How's it going, everyone? We're going to talk about a bigger cap stock, Tesla. You guys probably already knew, what was happening, but Tesla has went down, 8% today, almost 9% on October 11th. So I want to talk about this bigger cap stock. Here's my strategy, what I'm planning on doing. As mentioned before, we had a clear uptrend, but remember, these things can break at any moment's notice. So as you can see, we had this clear higher highs, higher lows, and then we just plummeted out. So this uptrend is now useless because now we are forming what we call a downtrend, because we broke out of that channel and now we have this channel right in here. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like. It can go farther down, but this is a smaller channel. I think it will keep progressing forward. We might get a bounce up and then make a new low. We might bounce just a tiny and then make a new low. Who's to say? But what I am going to show you guys is the system. We do have earnings on 10/23. In my opinion, you're straight up gambling until you're waiting till after earnings, unless if you just want to see if there's like a hype up or run up to earnings. A lot of traders do that, and it works sometimes. We can look at the past earnings, kind of see what happened here. The past earnings was right in here on 7/23. It just kind of stagnated, and then when it happened, we went down pretty fast after that. So, the day after. And then if we look at the other earnings, we actually jumped up massively. I remember this one I was at, this one was in, 0.4. So it got very close to this lower band, and I was really hoping, I really, the earnings wasn't there because I was really wanting to buy this one. And look at this massive gain it did. Right after the earnings, we went from 130s all the way to $200. That is a 44% move on a big cap stock in literally a week's time frame. That is insane. But ever since then, though, look, we're way higher, and we kept going and going. I mean, from this low here, I really wish I would have held. But what I'm looking at for Tesla is, one, do we hit this lower band here, this lower ATR4? I believe earnings can do it if it's bad. Nobody knows the future. That's why I said if you're going to play, you really do have to wait till after earnings, unless if you're a very long term, and if you're getting very close to this green band here, as it just really don't do it often, then yeah, you can start in a scaling position. Because look at it, every time it does that, look at this, we get a nice correction up, and then you can do call options to make nice money. And then the same thing here, we get close and then you don't get it. This was the last time here. You see how close it got, and then look at this big rally here. So same thing for the upside. As you can see, when we get to the upper band, we do have these sell-offs. So the things I want to talk about is with this strategy is you don't just randomly buy if it gets close. You want to look for time distance. The one thing I am noticing, we are just moving out of it. A lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, Tesla's down 9%. It's one of my favorite stocks. I'm going to buy it because that's a big dip. So a lot of retail traders look at percentages wise. 9% almost for Tesla, and a lot of people are probably buying this. But what I like to look at is, first off, if we know price has to come back to the EMA 5, we need to let a couple candles away from it. Then we also needed to see, okay, where are we at this bottom band here? So we can drop from $200 all the way to 194. So 217 to 194. That is a very big possibility. It doesn't have to hit this, but these are very oversold settings. And in the past, like I showed you, Tesla has gotten very close to hitting it. But as you can see, every EMA is going to get it. When you go away from it, it comes back down to it. So yeah, the 10 is the yellow and the blue is the 20. The last time I shorted Tesla was way back up in here. I'm very picky when I buy options. As you can see, look at this beautiful put setup. This was at a bizarre event, but as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 daily candles not touching this EMA 5. And usually when you have a very absurd thing with hugging this upper band like this, you have these big massive candles here. This right here made me massive money on Tesla buying put options and was absolutely amazing. And that's kind of the strategy we're looking for. I want to see an overreaction move where it's just like, even if we get a dead cat bounce, I will still make massive money. So I need to see, from here as we speak, from the bottom of this candle to the EMA 5, you're looking at a 9% move up. That's if it hits it right away, but if it don't, it's going to keep coming down. So with this strategy, strategy capitalizes. The one thing we know for sure is reversion to the mean. I love being a buyer because if I really want to, I can hold this thing for a while, and I love Tesla. It's a very nice company, but just because it's a bigger cap stock, a lot of the times where I see people lose on is they had that mindset and they think, oh, well, if it goes down, I'll buy all the dips, right? I was looking at this big fat candle here. This went from 9% down, and it actually rallied all the way up. Are we going to get that? We had this gap here now. That doesn't mean, we have to fill the gaps, but as you can see from this gap right in here, we rallied all the way up, and then we came tumbling down, and then we had this gap here, and we did fill it over in here. But I'm really curious, like, on the earnings. I say honestly, wait till after the earnings and really see what happens there. That's the biggest thing here. I think if you're buying it in here, one, you will have to be a long-term investor if it goes against you. But it's too risky, in my opinion. When you have earnings coming up, you just left the EMA 5, you're not close to this lower band here, and that's really the thesis in it. And if I look at the weekly chart too, you can see even on a higher time frame how more significant it is. We have hit this upper band almost, and it sold off pretty bad there, right? I love looking at this weekly chart. Even if you get close, you get a nice pump, and you get close to the area, you sell off. We are in the middle of no man's land. So what I see here is we have to kind of hold this EMA 20 here. If it goes below, then we can, in a longer term time frame, we will have a downtrend. But if I look at the trend here on a weekly channel here, you can kind of see we are actually still in an uptrend. You can clearly see even with that big move down, we have resistance up in here, we have support here, and very close to support. So this could shave down to like 208s, and I suspect we will have a longer term bounce. I think this trend will hold. You can clearly see it's in an uptrend, but as I could say though, when the earnings happen, this can change at any moment. So, yes, on a technical standpoint, we are still in a longer uptrend, if you think about it. But this earnings could make it go down more, and so we can drop it down a little more. But in the longer term aspect, I really think Tesla's going to keep going up and up and up and up. I think this is a very good discount, but as for me, I don't like to hold long. If I do these kind of plays, I personally like to buy options, and I like to make very fast gains. Like when I bought puts up in here, I started here at 709, I added some more, and I made over 50% gain on that kind of trade. Now, for Tesla to do that kind of move with shares takes them a long time. So I want to be very precise on when I buy this. I want to see what happens after the earnings, but looking at the weekly time frame, you can clearly see that we are going to probably respect this trend here. It's very obvious to see that trend being respected. So I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. I try to make some bigger cap stocks for you guys. I love Tesla. It's one of my favorites. If it ever hits this lower band with time distance away from this EMA 5, I'm definitely going to buy a lot of Tesla shares and options, and we'll make a lot of money in the Discord. So I hope you guys, if you guys do want to join the Discord, this is your time to do it. I think you guys are going to really like this strategy. This is a swing trade strategy that I showed you of how to be patient, how to know when something's very undervalued, very oversold, and looking at the trend channels and all that, because we know for a fact where price has to go to. So using this system, you can find that. If you hit the link down below in the YouTube comments below, it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. It doesn't mean you're a subscriber yet. You can see people's in different colors if they subscribe. If you want to subscribe, the easiest way is just to hit day trade alerts, and that will give you access to all my systems, and it's actually my favorite system. But if you hit server shop here, you can see I offer 2 systems on how to trade like a pro. And just a little bit of back test about me, guys. I've been trading for over 6 years, doing lots and lots of strategy. I probably did every strategy you can think of, and this system right here really did change my life to be a full-time trader. It's one of the best because I love to buy oversold companies, right? I love, if I'm going to swing trade, I want to buy oversold, and I want to sell it, buy low, sell high. Instead of just, randomly guessing, this system, you're very picky. And just like the day trading, I look at lower time frames, and I make 10 to 20% gains in literally, five to 10 minutes of trading, and I look at lower time frames, and I can show you guys exactly how I do that. It's actually my favorite strategy because I take my day trade money and then I put it into higher quality stocks, and I swing that and just keep putting it in, because you got to day trade if you want to be a full-time trader. Full-time trader is absolutely awesome. I can go wherever I want as long as I have an internet connection. It can be in whatever state I want to go to. It doesn't bother me. I never have to work a 9-to-5 job because I know this strategy works, and if you're patient, you can win over 90% of your trades. And that's a fact. If you look at my RTK journal, I'll show you guys. This is real results, and the Discord members get this. On October 11th, I made 2 trades, a 47% QQQ calls and a 10% IWM puts. And you can see the constant things here. Notice the pattern. I'm only doing indexes because the trades that I did lose were stocks. As you can see, I won like 20 trades in a row, and then I lost 2 on these stocks, and then I go back to this massive win streak, right? The system really does work, right? You're going to get tons and tons and tons and tons of wins. So what this system is, you're capitalizing, on how this works. It's like, for example, if I go to a lower time frame on Tesla, you can see, I'll show you guys how perfect this works. Notice how when you get near this lower band here, and now remember, it does it better on indexes. You see how when you get to this lower band here with time distance and not hitting this EMA 20, I'll discuss the rules here, but notice what the algos do. Notice if you buy call options around this area, look how they shoot it up and go up all the way up here. And you'll see this constantly. And this thing went down 9%. So these settings are very extremely oversold. Right in here, you get close, you have a bounce up. Right in here, you get close, have a bounce up. And you can see how you can really scalp lower time frames or day trade lower time frames and make massive money. And that's really the purpose of this strategy here. You see how you're always going to go to your reversion mean. And that's the same thing with swing trading with the daily time frame. You're trying to look for that reversion to the mean. Price will go to that EMA 20, but with a daily time frame, if it don't touch in 2 months, that's long. So you can't really take this trade right off the bat the minute it goes down. Sure, it could go back up, but it's just very risky. So definitely join the service, guys. If you hit the server shop and hit Day and Swing Trading Plus, this is going to be your highest value service. You're going to learn the most. You're going to get entries, exits, day trades, swing trades, day trading education, day swing trading education, my live streams, and my journal. But the purpose of this Discord is to really teach you guys how to trade. It's not really an alert system where you just try to follow exactly what I do. You can, and I'll show you guys exactly the trades I like, and you can look at them and be like, okay, that's why he likes it. But this service is more of just finding those trades that work, and then and just being very patient, because with this system, most day traders don't win over 60-70%. This strategy will win over 90%. That's facts, that's real results, and it's a guarantee, because it's been back tested for a very long time, and it's made me a full-time trader. That's why I love day trading. But if I'm looking to swing trade it, let's be patient. Give this time. Give it at least over the earnings. Wait till the end of this month here, and we'll see from there. This is a very nice company. If you get if you let this system give you those returns, look at it. This is the last time we hit this lower band here. Look at this. We had EMA 5 time distance, and we got very close. Look at the returns here. 138 all the way to 271 that pumped. And that wasn't even that long of a time. You could have easily took this pump here to the EMA 20 or upper band here, and then it consolidated and had a nice move up here. I mean, that's the power of this strategy, guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join the Discord, I'm here for you guys. If not, I totally get it. But get your feet wet, get the experience, learn this system, and you guys will be a full-time trader in no time. And even if you don't have a lot of money, I recommend doing the prop firms. I'm affiliated with My Funded Futures. With this strategy, I have over $100,000 in prop firm that I passed doing this exact strategy. So I know you guys can do it. Sorry, I got the hiccups. This is a very nice trade here. I'm waiting it out, guys. That's my technical analysis. I showed you guys the weekly. The weekly is still in an uptrend. It's still bullish until we break out of this. Until we break out of this pattern, we are going to be continuing the trend. So I wouldn't be surprised if it just continues up. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Give it a like, subscribe, and comment. As always, let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the Discord. Peace out.